Hello, freaks. How the hell's it going? Rich mahogany. Jeez. Are you kidding me? Jesus. I always thought Raven was a woman until he started calling in. Then I was like, oh, cool. Well, my dog's name is Blue. Fantastic! Yeah, if you guys watched that live today, I did on the limousine press conference they had. It's funny because I went back and watched, and everybody's like, Gray, there's news, and they just kept yelling and yeah, just wanting me to see what they said, and it's like, how about if I just finish the show on the limousine, and then we'll talk about the information on the body found in Dayton later, okay? I mean, what a hard turn that would be to just be talking about the limousine, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, by the way, I don't have time to do that. Okay, so I know that you guys get really antsy about it and everything, but just hold on a little bit. Hold on, just send me an email or something. I'll get it figured out. It's not a big deal. But man, it was just like everybody kept commenting over and over. Gray! I mean, if you could yell, that's what you'd be doing, because I could tell. All caps. Okay? I'm not always looking at your comments. All right? Yeah, I don't really mind, like, on a show like today, if you see something that's related to what I'm talking about. But, man, it just totally threw me off. I mean, everybody wanted to quickly talk about that. All right, and then I just sort of ended the show, even though I had more thoughts on the limousine. Because I at that point, everybody's so focused in on the body information. All right, so anyways, yes, after the show, I went and looked it up, and I found this article right here. It says, many questions surround the discovery of body wrapped in plastic. Oh, this is an update. So this wasn't there earlier when I read this. Let me turn this down a little bit. Many questions surround the discovery of a body wrapped in plastic Monday afternoon by Brown's nursery worker. An employee found the body several thousand feet off Arlington Road on nursery property. Sergeant MD. I actually found the exact location. Okay. Now, we don't know if this is related or not. They haven't told anybody. They haven't even told the family. But I think it'd be very rude not to immediately inform the family that they didn't think that was her unless it was. You see what I'm saying? So they haven't even told the family if it wasn't, apparently. Okay, and I think that could be bad news, or it could just be that that's what they do, and sometimes they're not really focused in on the feelings of family members. It is not known whose body it is, whether it's a man or a woman, how they died, or how long the body had been in the field. Now it's up to the Miami Valley Regional Crime Lab to provide answers. An autopsy is to be performed Tuesday. So if this is Cheryl, then that means she's been there for probably 6 days. Okay. And the fact that they don't say if it's what sex it is currently is because I don't even think they unwrapped. They saw that there was a body, and then they sent it all to the coroner so they could get all the forensic information from it as much as they could without disturbing it. So don't know for sure yet, right? Let's see. Okay, and this was from earlier right here. A body was found wrapped in plastic and other items. So it was wrapped in other items and plastic. Arlington Road near Baltimore, Phillipsburg Road this afternoon. So Arlington Road near Baltimore, Phillipsburg Road. So I actually, found that intersection. And if you watch this video, here, watch this. Let me move it back a little bit here. So you see a guy walking down in the corner down there. And see this tree right here? And then there's the cars parked way up there. And there's this wooded area. And so it took me a little bit of time because I wasn't sure which direction to look and so forth. But I did find the location. And it's right here. No, excuse me, that's not it. Let me. It was a lot closer than I was just portraying it to be. So here is the town. It's only 18 miles as the crow flies to the town, or basically where Cheryl lived. Okay, so here is the intersection of the road that they were talking about. And right here is exactly where that shot was that you were just looking at. Okay, the trees right there. That guy that you saw walking was probably right there, and those cars were parked, probably even a little further up like that, something like that. All right, so if you go back to the video. All right. Let me, I actually have this file downloaded so that way I can pause and so forth. I can pause it and see it without that little triangle for play in it. Can't stand that crap. Like if you hit pause, let me just see the video, not the play button again. That's why you're pausing it. You know what I'm saying? These guys are like crazy who invent these programs. Yeah, if I hit pause, I'm not wanting to see the play button now. I want to see what was on the video. That's why I'm hitting pause. Okay, clowns. I got so many cases now in here, it's getting really full.
The limousine appeared to be in terrible condition. The limo...
Alright, so that was just news in the background.
On Wall Street today,
Ooh, darn it. God, I hope I wasn't saying anything shitty in there. Alright. So here you go. Take a look at this. You see how the trees go like this and then around and like this. And there's a little bit of a road, like not really a road, but you can drive right there. And I think there's a guy actually in the woods. So I don't know if the body was found right there or a little bit into these woods. I think it would be kind of stupid to just throw a body out in the field. So I almost think that the body was put in there, in that wooded area. Don't you think? That makes a little bit more sense. So take a look at what I'm looking at right there. And now I'm going to bring up Google Earth. And that's the shot basically right like that. Okay, so here comes, bring that back up. Okay, a little different angle though. So I would say like this. Yeah. So that's the exact spot. It just doesn't have the 360 degree trees. I mean 3D trees is what I was trying to say. And this is a different time of year. So what's kind of interesting is this time of the year right now, what we're looking at is, let's see what we got up here. So this is October 2018 right there. No, it's not, excuse me. It's August 2016, right? But if you go back one notch on there, this is October 2015, and that's exactly what it looks like with the dry field there, and then this field looks like that. But just even in August, there's a lot more vegetation on there, so they probably haven't harvested the crops at that point, and that looks like it's all completed at this point. Oh, jeez. Are you guys still trying to feed me information again? I just want to finish. Okay, just let me do what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to design all of my merchandise myself. All right, I think that's part of the gig. All right. So a body was found right there in this area. Let's just say right in this area right here, wrapped in plastic. And if you look, it's really not that far away from. So there's Stebbins High School. I think she made it home. And so let's say the home is in that area right there. So I'm just going to do a rough estimate here. It's like 19 miles, okay? And I also found, did a driving route to the exact location, and it takes 32 minutes from her house. I think that's totally reasonable. You see what I'm saying? Know what I'm talking about? I'm just trying to read some of the comments now. You want a t-shirt that says "As the Crow Flies"? Come on, you'd probably be the only one that bought it. Get the Nefarious one. All right. So this is where the body was found, north-south orientation. This is Dayton over here, and right here is where Cheryl's house was, or is. So you drive this direction like this. This is the fastest route, 28.1 miles. So it shows you how windy. There's no straight road there, and a 32-minute drive. And I think that's totally doable if you go with the scenario that we were talking about. So the scenario that we were talking about was that, let's see. Here's Cheryl's home right here. She took her daughter to school and dropped her off at around 7:30. Then apparently came home because there's a couple of messages that she put out that I'm aware of at 7:45. So she probably made it home. Then another neighbor saw her car in the driveway right here. And again, the driveway now is wider than it used to be. So if you go back in time a little bit, let's see. I don't know how far back I got to go, but it's wider. Yeah, it holds two cars now. I think that might be it right there. Yeah, there you go. See right there, it only held one car. Then they made it wider to hold his truck. So if you go forward a spot, so this one, and then now watch, right there you'll see cement. Here we go. So August 2016, between October 2015 and August 2016, they widened the driveway. And the neighbor saw his truck and her car there parked at 10:39. Okay, then 9 minutes later, her car is seen showing up into this parking lot here and parking in 7 or 8. In like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. One of these two spots right there. Now, I was talking to one of the family members last night, and you guys remember the surveillance footage. I think I agree with what she was saying. I didn't agree at first, but I do now with what she told me. Let me get that link. No, Media Monday. There it is. Okay, we're going to go back to that one that had surveillance footage on it. Oh, I actually had loaded it up here. I was smart enough to do it, but then forgot that I did it.
Tonight we have new video in the case of a missing woman from Riverside. 46-year-old Cheryl Coker was last seen.
Okay, so here's that surveillance
Been here my
footage.
whole life, 58 years, and I've never heard of anything like this, ever.
Joe Rumley works at the surveillance store where Cheryl Coker's car was found. It pulled in 10:48 Tuesday morning, 3 hours after police say she was last seen.
The vehicle was locked, but all of her personal belongings remained inside the car.
From this parking spot, you can see Clancy's Tavern, and Clancy's Tavern can see you.
We were excited. We thought we actually were going to be able to see what took place.
Hours of surveillance from that day, but the problem is what that video shows and what it doesn't.
The car comes in.
Okay, I thought he was pointing right here to this parking spot, but what he's talking about is way back there. You can barely see the car. You guys are probably having a hard time seeing it, but way back there you can see the car, and he's talking about it slowing down way back there to park, and then it decided to move somewhere else and went this direction. Because watch.
Looks like it's going to park there.
Yeah,
And
he's
then it
not.
changes its mind.
Yeah, he's not pointing at the spot, obviously, because the car's back there, and he's still referring to the car that's way back there. So I was wrong when I said that the car would park. He was pointing right there, and then it decided to go around this way. I was always wondering why it would go such a wide loop to get back around, and the answer is because he's talking about way back there.
And then comes up and pulls into a parking space right there.
And then the footage.
Okay, so on Google Earth, this is what it looks like. He was going to park back here somewhere, and then decided, okay, went this way, and then parked right there. And when I say he, that's because I'm assuming it wasn't her driving the car. All right? And another thing that we figured out was that the surveillance store that reviewed the tape that we just saw is right here. It's actually doesn't even have a name that's related to surveillance whatsoever. The name of the store today is still Computer Network Accessory. So I guess surveillance cameras are accessories on a network, but at the same time, if that's your main deal, why not put the word surveillance in the name of your company so people can find you? So that guy drove almost exactly how Google Earth has it right here. But maybe back there it was going to park, and then it just kept driving around like this, and then pulled in to one of these spots right there. So the scenario that makes sense to me is that we know this. We know that she was going through a divorce with her husband. And I do have some new information here that I got from a family member. Let me see if I can find it here. Might take a minute. Okay, there's somebody that made a post on a page. This is a friend of hers that went to the same high school, I guess, when they were younger. It says, they posted this on the husband's page. It says, I'm not sure if or how many of you know, but Cheryl Coker had filed for a restraining protection order against her husband, William Coker, around the second week in September. By September 26th, this order was granted under an emergency temporary protection order. It is to the best of my knowledge, okay, so I'm reading a quote from somebody. It is to the best of my knowledge, in order to do this, or in order for this to take place immediately, documents showing 3 separate occasions of violent threats that cause one Cheryl to fear for her safety or life. With that being said, we commented on William's post where he was sharing about his legal wife's disappearance. The comment was deleted along with another comment stating William was at her house at around 10 a.m. that morning. Good thing is I got it all screenshot that I'm attaching to this post. I will be handling all information over to detectives first thing tomorrow morning. Yeah. See, I got some crazy stuff going on. Let me see if I do have more comments. Let me see. Oh, Purple Zoids. Hey, Purple Zoid 1. Now, did that person name themselves Purple Zoid 1 because we call each other Zoids sometimes? We just don't know. Yeah. And the thing is, I guess William was out of town. His car was at the airport on Monday. And then he came back into town and was seen at Cheryl's home the same day, the morning she dropped her kid off at 7:30. Then was home, and then at 10:39, somebody saw his car there along with Cheryl's car, and then just 9 minutes later, surveillance picks up the car being, pulling into the parking lot that we just saw a minute ago, and it stayed there for, I think a day or two, right? So there has to be something to do with that, okay? This isn't just absolute coincidence. The odds of, I'm not saying he did have something to do with it. I think it's possible, okay? And, in my opinion, it's more than possible. When I say more than possible, it seems like things are pointing in that direction. Now, I don't have all the inside information that the police have and everything. However, all the information that's been given to me points in that direction. Yeah, and Cheryl's family was just in town, so she went missing on Tuesday, and they came in from Florida Saturday and Sunday, and then they left, and then all this happened. So that sort of matters too. Okay, now this is something that somebody else said. It's hearsay, though, okay? So this is something you might want to keep in your mind as a possibility. This lady wrote to me saying, her name is Chris, said, a friend of mine heard on her police scanner the computer store guy called for police today because he had something else for them to review. So he must have found some more footage. Also, another friend of mine, so he may have pulled out that camera finally. You guys remember that? So the camera, I wonder if he just sort of spaced on that. Because what he was doing was he took Clancy Tavern's footage, which is under here. They gave it to him. Maybe he even services them. And his store is right there. Okay, but look at this. Right above his store is a surveillance camera. So maybe he finally pulled that out and went, oh, you know what? Crap, I've got one too. Maybe he watched my video and went, oh my God, I have a camera too. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? I mean, that he looked at everything else but his own. Yeah, I figured Google Earth just crashed right there. I could see that something was going weird with it. Hold on. Can't have Google Earth not open. That's like walking down the street with no clothes on. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, now another thing that other person told me was, she said, my cousin works as a, well, this is a screenshot she got from somebody else. And it said, my cousin works as a mentor in the Mad River schools, and they've called her in for tomorrow morning to pray and comfort the kids at Stebbins. And the person said, looks like that body is the missing woman, but she said she doesn't know that for sure yet. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's possible. I'm not going to say that that's 100% because it's all hearsay information. I'm just putting it out there because all these people are connected to the family, and I'm putting a little higher value on it. And or family, or they were friends, or live right there. I'm not getting it from, you know, Joe that lives in Oregon. You know. Okay, so maybe the vigil is why she's going there. I don't know. But it could be that they already know the answer and wanted to make sure that that person was at the school, but we just don't know at this point. So the scenarios that I came up with are that at Cheryl's house right here, something happened to Cheryl when the husband was there. And her car was then driven to the tavern over here. You know, perhaps by the husband. And then back home here, and then her body was taken somewhere, and that's one theory. The other one was that maybe even around 7:30 to 8 in the morning something happened to her, then he drove somewhere, and then that sort of fits in with this whole scenario down here because it's about an hour and 10 minutes round trip, and you know, maybe there's some cleanup time, or it could just be that, you know, something happened to her here. She was put maybe in a different vehicle. Then the car was moved here. And then in late at night, after the car was in the vehicle, as the guest or somebody mentioned to me yesterday, perhaps, one of the family members. And then late at night was driven down here. Okay? But we don't even know if that's her body at this point. I know I've said a million times there's bodies all over the place. You remember with the Timothy Cunningham case, during the time they were looking for Timothy Cunningham, they found 4 bodies in the city. You see? So there's bodies all over the place. It just seems like the timing is too close. You're looking at, you know, a week later, a body that's dumped and wrapped to hide DNA. You know, it's classic right here. Okay, to me, it's just really classic, and I don't know. I think this one, I'm kind of surprised. You know, I don't have the information that the police have, obviously, but they've got to be onto something here. They have to be. I guess there's just a lot of dead people in Atlanta there. Asphalt. Yeah. So this is all alleged stuff I'm saying here. I don't know, but this is all information that has been provided to me by family members and information that we're just, figured out ourselves by looking at the scene and so forth. So does anybody want to call in on this one? Maybe we have somebody that lives in the town that wants to call in. All right, I'm going to put it on the screen here. We'll probably get our obligatory troll comments, though. Oh, wow. Well, it must be the troll since I didn't even have the number up on the screen. All right, so call that one. If it says unknown, I'm not answering it. Okay? That's how it's going to go. Yeah, so if anybody's from that area, give me a call. Oh boy, what's going on? Try it again. Yeah. Not sure what's going on. Thanks, Chickie's mom. Oh, yeah. Stonehenge.
Where the demons dwell, where
the banshees do, and they do well. Live in
Stonehenge, where a man and the children dance to the pipes of Pan.
That about is all. That's me, by the way. Oh man, that's hilarious. Hello? I gotta shut this down. I don't even know what's going on now.
Hello.
Did you just call in?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi,
cool.
Trey.
Wow, what a miracle.
Yeah.
God, this
How are you?
pretty good. Let's see.
Good.
I
live in Dayton.
Oh, okay, cool. Who am I speaking with right here? Because it sounds different.
Joan Milano.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, you have
Yeah.
Joe Milano. Oh, that's right. You tried to tell me earlier. Oh, they found it. Yeah, the plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
One
3
of her
tweets.
cousins is in the,
Yeah.
one of her cousins is in the chat room.
Oh yeah, well have them call in. What do you have any information that you want to share?
No, I just wanted to say that someone mentioned that in the Montgomery County court records that they were scheduled, Cheryl and her husband were scheduled to go to court on the day she went missing.
What a shock.
Yeah.
That just
They were
seems so
scheduled to go to
obvious.
court.
I hope the police have somebody like totally, monitoring individuals. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, for sure. High brakes.
Hey. All right. Have you been a freak for a while, or do you just happen to live there? Because I've seen your name a bunch of times. Well, even before
Yeah,
this
I just
case.
live here.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I live here. I've been a freak for a while,
Well, what are the odds?
but
Yeah, I've seen your name a million
I
times.
know. I know.
Yeah. I guess there's just crime everywhere.
Oh my. Yeah, and those are my old stomping grounds. Like, oh my God. Yeah, scary. But I just wanted to call in, say hi.
Oh, I appreciate it. Well, tell the cousin to call in.
Okay, her name is September Mills. She's in the chat room. September, call in.
Yes.
Okay.
September. All right. Thanks.
All right.
There's a call coming in. All
All
right.
right,
Thanks. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hello. Oh, Jesus Christ. Call in again, that one number, the 6-something number. I'll answer it. Oh. Hello? This is Gray. Hello, this is Gray.
I like turtles.
What? What a retard. What's going on?
Who do you think you are?
Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on?
Good news. Juanitu got deported.
Oh, jeez. Trying to figure out how to answer this call here. Hello.
Get deported, bro.
Huh? I should probably just let that call come in. Hello? 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 I think I have like a tag team of buddies that do this. I know you guys love listening to this. I don't know what where that call is. Okay, there you go. All right. Hello.
Who do you think you are?
Who are you?
What gives you the right?
Who are you?
You make me sick. I know all about it.
Oh yeah. What,
Stop acting stupid.
what
Just
do you know
own
about
up to it.
You know what? What are you
I
talking
bet
about?
all the texts and phone calls. Just admit it.
Jesus Christ! I don't even know who that guy was. A night full of just total idiots. You know. Except that person left their phone number, so I'll go ahead and keep track of that one. Awesome. All right. That phone number is, here, I'll put it on the screen so everybody can see it. that's right. I can just block that one. Let's see. Yeah, I guess. Thanks, Jennifer.
Gray for entertaining us with the prank calls. Face with tears of joy, smiling face with sunglasses.
La, la. What's going on? How's it going? Hey, what's going on? What's going on, man? What's going on? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a whole different system for this. This doesn't work. Too many idiots out there. Really, really dumb people that exist. You know, that's gonna be one of my shirts. Stupid people exist. Yeah, that number that called is 604. It's right here, look. There's the number right there. Right there. See that? Hello? 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 Yeah. I think that was the number that called. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I can do a call screener. I do have I think there's other software though. You know, like I can just take the calls that I want and, you know, on the side you get the other call. Yeah. Why doesn't somebody else just call in? You know, like somebody call in that I can actually talk to. You see how that just keeps popping up on the screen like that? Crazy. Yeah, those Canadians, man, I'll tell you.
We're gonna dox you next.
I don't know what that means, man. Yeah, have September call in. Yeah, I thought I heard him say that. People dox me all the time. It's nothing new. Like during the Kanika Jenkins case, all the idiots on there did all that all the time. Okay, who cares? Jesus Christ. Rodeo clown service. Rodeo Clown Service. How can I help you?
Yes, can I order 2 clowns?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy. That was actually kind of funny. Hey, this is Gray. This is Gray. You're on the air. Looks like a real number. Is this going to be a normal person or not?
No. It's me, Jim. I wasn't really planning to call, but I got sick of all the dang trolls, and I thought you needed a break from that.
Yeah.
Oh man, they were ticking me off as well. I'll tell you.
There is a 614 number. Is that was from Canada? It's another 614 number trying to call in.
Ah, jeez, they're even calling you from Canada. Wow.
Let me see what this is. I'll come back. Let me see what this is. Hold on a second.
Okay, go ahead. Take.
Hello, hello.
Hello, my brother.
How's it going? Who's this?
Do you know the way?
Okay, are you still on there, Jim? I don't know how to get back to that call. Okay, call in, Jim. I don't know how to. It was supposed to put you on hold, but it didn't seem to do that. Or either that, or I just didn't know what the hell I was doing. Oh my God, what's going on here? Man, I'm totally out of it. I don't think Skype number was the right way to do this. It seemed like it could have been if there were just normal people in the world. All right, Jim, do it again. It was supposed to just put you on hold, and it didn't. Ah, crap. See, hello?
I like turtles.
You like turtles? Wow. Hello.
Hello.
Do you like turtles?
No, I like clowns.
Okay. Oh, shit. I don't know how to answer this because there's nothing to click. Ah, forget it. Sorry, Jim. Yeah, Jim called. I thought I was just going to put him on hold. It looked like it was a different number than the first number. But it was just another rodeo clown. You know what's weird about these morons is they sit around and I'll talk for 2 hours about a case and then they just wait and wait and wait. Okay, he's going to go live. Oh, then he has a live, and then they do their prank call. It's like, don't you guys have something else to be doing with your life? Right? I mean, right then, if you're not really interested in the show at all, why would you just sit around and wait until I go on to take calls? I mean, that kind of takes a warped mind, really. Some really weird stuff out there. Yeah, I've already been doxxed 1,000 times. You can do it. It's no different than before. It's the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. This is Gray. You're on the air.
Hi, Gray. It's Darryl.
Oh, you got through.
Got sick of it. Yeah, I got sick of it.
Well,
oh my God!
That's
no
what Jim
lie.
was doing too. I just thought that maybe that was somebody that wasn't one of those people, but it was supposed to say. It says if you answer the call, it'll put the one on hold, and then when I hung up, Jim didn't show back up again. Now there's a call coming in from
that's weird.
724. What area code 724? Is that Jim? Is that Jim?
I'll find out. I'll find out for you who's behind that number. I have good friends that they're good at this stuff, so we'll find out. Don't worry. What was the area code? 712?
Well, someone just called in from 724. I don't know who that was.
Oh, 724.
I think that might have been a normal person. And
724 is from Pennsylvania. So maybe that's Jim?
Oh, yeah, maybe that was Jim again. Okay.
Okay, I'll hang up. I'll hang up.
No,
on
well,
that
no,
phone
he.
call. I just got sick of
I called from. Okay. Wow.
got sick of it, and I googled that number. So what it is, it's basically they go online, and then you put in your number. So they call you from a laptop, computer, whatever.
Hey, hold on. I got a 919 number. I think that's from the area, right?
Okay.
Let me get it. Okay.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Hello. Ah, crap.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. What's going on? Oh, hello?
Hey,
Hello.
sorry, let me pause the stream.
Well, you just have to hit the site. You have to turn down the volume.
I did. So this Cheryl case, I think it's like, I've looked at the footage, and it just amazes me, where she parks her car at the...
Well, she didn't park it there.
At the tavern.
Yeah.
What, like, it seems like it must be the husband at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it. I mean, the thing is she parked the car. The car was just parked there to lead away from wherever she is. Because there's no way in hell, like, everybody that knows her says she wouldn't do that. She, loved her kids. She was the one that filed for divorce. So you're the one that's moving on. Okay, you're not suicidal or trying to take off. And, and they were going through a divorce. And,
you talk to the family, and it kind of sounds like the family, they think that's the most logical possibility, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying this is what it is for sure. It just seems like it's really possible, really likely, so.
On your Google Maps, it says possibility in the woods near her house. Has anyone been there to search that area?
One of the family members that I talked to said that they were going to go search there because I said, well, look, that's right there. I mean, I don't know, if the body they found today is the body, which to me makes more sense. If you're going to, let's say...
Oh, I didn't hear about the body they found today.
Oh, yeah, they found a body about 19 miles away wrapped in plastic and other items. So I think that makes more sense. Like, why? The thing is, if you're going to kill somebody, would you put them literally... I mean, I said these woods because dense woods. Would you put them a quarter mile from your house? That seems kind of dumb.
No.
So.
No. And did you know what kind of car that the ex-husband drove?
I think it was some kind of a truck, but yeah, I don't know the exact model.
That's a good car to put a body in the back of.
Right. Yeah, it's like every single thing points to it.
Yeah, unless maybe her family can look in her social media and maybe she was meeting people online or something, like, or they can see if she was contacting anyone on the internet that nobody knew,
I get what you're saying, but here's the part that okay, so on her Facebook page it has her and pictures of her kids, and it doesn't say her marital status. There's no pictures of her ex or her husband on there at all. They're still married technically, I guess. And but on his Facebook page, it says married, has tons of pictures of her and all the stuff. So he's not moving on, like he's not accepting it or something. That's what we thought of originally. And it sort of turns out where he's actually dating somebody. He's been dating somebody for a year now. So she filed for divorce. Okay, and maybe there's a few years of child support in there. And maybe he didn't want to have to pay that, or maybe there's something else involved. Who knows? Okay, but here's the thing:
he might have been a little bit salty over it.
Yeah, and the thing is she dropped her daughter off at school at 7:30 in the morning. and then she apparently drove home because she sent a couple like posts or did a couple posts or something to her friends at 7:45, and then a neighbor saw her car and her husband's car in the driveway at 10:39 in the morning, and then 9 minutes later her car's seen pulling into this parking lot. Now I don't know how accurate the neighbor's time was. She did say she looked at her like watch, Google Maps or whatever, and it showed that she left the house at 10:39. You know, so the police probably have a way better feel for the timing of things.
Yeah, I feel like the police, you know, they could confiscate his phone and maybe locate his location based on where his cell phone was during this time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, I guess the other case, the limo case, I never, when you brought up your theory about maybe like the terrorism theory, that got me thinking a little bit, because that does add another angle of it. I don't know, it would kind of make sense, but now that there's information about how the company seemed like it was a little bit negligent with who they hired.
Yeah, I mean, that was out before.
Just been a freak accident.
That was even out. Yeah, that was even out before I made the comment. It was just that in the news conference, they all of a sudden now there's this Middle Eastern, angle there where the owner's from Pakistan, and he went back, and then the guy apparently testified at some kind of a trial, and then terrorists have been using automobiles to kill people lately, and so I don't know. I think it's like not very likely, but it's just something that you might keep in the back of your mind. I think it's more like you had 18 people in a car that probably had shitty brakes. The car weighed a lot itself, and then it went down that steep road. Maybe it lost brake power altogether, and then the person sort of noticed too late, like he was going to brake, and then he was trying to turn, but it didn't really quite turn, hit that other car, and then just soared into the... It's just amazing to me that every single person died, though. Like, it just...
Yeah, that's...
I mean, I don't know, man. Even, when you look at the vehicle, it looks pretty intact. Although, they're not wearing seatbelts, so everybody's going to be flying in the air. As soon as it hits and stops, they're going to be flying in the air at 60 miles an hour and flying into other people and...
the engine block.
Yeah, an engine block, so...
But I remember, I might be wrong, but during the press conference, they said that 2 years ago they modified the intersection, and to me it sounded like it used to be an intersection where it would verge off to the left without the stop sign.
I actually went over that earlier on that live I did earlier. Let me show you the. Did you see that part of it?
You like?
Yeah. Can you see my
so.
Screen
Where
right
you
now?
use Google Maps.
Yeah. Can you see my screen right now?
I paused it, but I'm loading it up. All right. Yeah, I'm muting it. I can see it.
Okay. So you see that now? Watch this. So that's 2016. That's 2015, 2013, 2011. This is also 2011, but look right here. You see how there's that new strip of road right there? Right? Can you see that?
Yeah.
See how it's newer. Now watch this. The one just before it. Now look at that. Totally different deal there. It drove like this.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even get this at all. Like, so if let's say you're in the right lane here. Tell me how this works. You're in the right lane here, and you're driving. And then, are you forced to then?
How do you merge?
Like, yeah, I mean, you're gonna hit. Yeah, it's one of the stupidest designs I've ever seen. I don't even know what the hell. So that's why they created another one that was dumb.
Yeah. It seemed like it was a whole bunch of like shitty circumstances all came together into one terrible.
The perfect storm, as they call it.
I think Yeah. Is there any other cases that you're looking at besides the Cheryl?
I mean, I'm always looking at different ones. This is just one that I'm following because it's happening. It's going on, I have I've
And I
talked
guess-
about millions of them. Did you just start following my channel or recently or?
Yeah, I just started following about a week or two ago. I watch a lot of Lord and Arts.
Oh yeah,
and
I watch it.
I was watching Missy
Beavers.
I forgot her last name.
Beavers.
Yeah, Missy Beavers. And I saw your breakdown of the car in front of another surveillance shop. That's weird that another surveillance shop is in a case like this.
Yeah, I did the whole
Remember the
Kanika
car,
Jenkins one. There's surveillance cameras in the Kanika Jenkins case.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched that one too. Yeah.
All right.
But what was it? I was gonna say something. Let me see. Do you know if there's been any information on Missy Beavers? Or
No, I don't think there's anything new on that.
damn, that's one I really want to figure out.
Nothing new that's
But thanks.
interesting. Yeah.
Thanks for all the work, and I think it's cool that you allow people to call in. I've never done this before, but I haven't seen any other YouTubers that done it.
Well,
that do it like
yeah,
that.
it's cool. It's cool. I like having people call in. It's just that I get those trolls that call over and over and over again. You got lucky to get in.
Yeah. Yeah, the turtles tonight. They're saying turtles.
Yeah, turtles, don't deport us all. Someone's going to dox me. Somebody else said some weird stuff about, how could you do that? I have your text message, and then they're just,
And it's weird that
just goofing.
Until like 40 minutes in, until they must watch the whole show.
Right, they're just waiting. Wait till he goes live. Hey. They probably call each other up on the phone, waiting to do it.
Yeah.
It's like a little group of trolls they probably
Maybe.
have on Facebook or something. Yeah.
You might see like a compilation of like your reactions to them. Of Greg compilation of trolling Greg Hughes on the
It's
internet.
gray. Yeah, it's gray though. My
Video.
name's Gray like the color. That's one of my jokes. My rap that I did a long time ago is just spell my name right. Yeah, my name is Gray like the color. Gray.
What did I say?
Greg with a G.
Oh, I said gray. It might be. I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I might be stuttering a little bit. But.
Oh, okay. You know what's funny though is my diploma from college said Gary on it. Okay.
Yeah, I have a weird name too. Some doctors' offices, I have a weird name, so I go to doctors' offices, and sometimes they like mess up my name. And it's crazy how many places fuck up your name.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. But I did a U-turn though. Once I was walking on the stage and I saw it said Gary, I turned around, and then a few weeks later they got the good one. Except when they called me for donations every year, they'd still call me Gary. And I just tell them, listen.
Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
For years and years,
Yeah.
they never fixed it.
Right, it was stupid. But,
You should have had 2 diplomas and then like made a fake identity.
Yeah, wow, yeah, it's true, man. Wish I was more nefarious back then. I might have thought of that.
Yeah. But I guess keep up the good work. I'm gonna go back
appreciate
to watching this
Okay.
show.
All right, thanks a lot. Thanks for calling in.
I might call in another time.
What was your name again? What was your name?
My name is Oscar.
Oscar. All right. I used to have one of those fish,
Yeah.
the Oscar fish. You ever had one of those? They're like cichlid.
Everyone calls. I've never heard of that.
Well, it's actually a
I'll
fish
look
called
it
an
up.
Oscar. It's in the cichlid family from, I think, Africa. It's really cool fish. They're smart little fish. But anyways, that's
I'll
here nor
look it
there.
up.
Thanks for calling in, though, Oscar. That was cool. Appreciate it.
Yeah, keep up with the good work.
All right, thanks a lot. All right, bye.
All right, peace.
So is it?
Hello, Donald's next.
Donald? I don't know. Donald's next, I thought he said. I think he's saying can't deport us all, so they'll deport Donald next.
Can't deport it all.
And I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground. And I won't back down.
I like that.
Who's calling in? Come on, somebody normal call in. Here we go. Here it comes.
You got no more normal fans left.
What do who? What? Oh, because I said somebody normal call in, and he said, "You have no more normal fans left."
Sorrow.
What I need from you.
Yeah. Hello.
It's Audra.
Audra Blankenship. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jesus.
You're welcome. I didn't want you to hang up on me.
Oh, yeah. So you said, there's Audra. Hey, hold on. Somebody wanted me to show them where the body was found. Okay, right here. Here's where the body... let me get a different date here. Right? That's not... I like this one because it's October. Right there. See that? So what I do when I Google Earth is I try to match the time of year so you get a better feel for the... So this is where the body was found, and compared to the house, the area where Cheryl lived is just right over here. Right over here, I think. Yeah.
They show the driving one again, like the driving direction ones.
Yeah, I think I have that.
It's not very far driving either, like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's 32 minutes. 32 minutes, and they have it down at 28.1 miles, but as the crow flies, it's 19 miles. So it's not really that far away. But to me, it has a feel like this is going to be her. I don't know why. It might not be. It's like 50-50 type of thing, but I feel like it's going to be her. Because it's just so, it just makes sense, the timing, everything. I don't know. There is another missing person, I guess, though.
is there right now?
That's what the relative. That's what the relative told me. But
no,
it just,
I hope not.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound very good for sure.
Well, the thing is, I kind of hope. I mean, the thing is, I think the likelihood of her being alive right now is very low. So if
Pretty
that's
low.
So if that's true, I hope it is her. I mean, it sounds crappy, but it's
Right.
like you're either wow, you want to have it drawn out for years and years and years where there's a missing person that then eventually somebody stumbles upon her, or you want it sort of resolved quickly. You know, that's kind of how you got to look at it.
Well, and if her, you know, if she's found, then they can go ahead and move on with the evidence and get the case closed more quickly, more likely.
Yeah, and also they, you know, her phone was placed in the park. I mean, not the park, in the parking lot is what I meant to say. So it was placed there, and I'm guessing the phone was probably still on so that it would ping there and ping there. And everybody knows now to turn off your phone if you're doing something like that, although apparently some people still don't know that, like these criminals. They seem to think that you can leave your phone on and drive around and do all these weird things, which is cool. I'm glad.
That's
but,
good.
You know, if they're smarter ones, you know, they're going to, I would think he probably turned off his phone and put her, and here's why I think that is because I think that he knew about pinging, and that's why he put her phone in the car, or whoever put the car there was thinking about that, and therefore would think about what they were going to do with their phone too. So it probably wasn't on. So there's no ping information that's going to show anything. I bet you it doesn't even. I bet it wasn't even on when he was over at her house. I bet it shows. I bet he even put his. Here's what I think. I bet he had his phone on and left it somewhere else, then drove over there, so that it appeared that he was somewhere else the entire time.
Probably so. Yeah.
What's that? Darrow's putting a phone number. Why are you putting the number in there?
She wants whoever wanted to dox her or is threatening her to call her.
Well, was it somebody doxed her? I didn't see somebody dox her.
Well, that's what they said. They said Darrow's next or whatever.
I thought they said Trump is next, or Donald.
No.
Donald. I thought he said
No.
Donald's next. So it said Darrow, you think?
Darrow, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's on it. She gonna get him.
I got to be able to figure out a way to block. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Sir, I'm not gonna use Skype anymore pretty soon. I'm just gonna buy like something that doesn't allow block numbers and all that kind of stuff. So.
Right.
I gotta make this so it's really smooth and works well. Yeah, I don't want. I'd like to have like legitimate callers.
Right. So you don't have to worry about turtles and.
Like you.
Juan. Or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to be deported.
Yeah, you can't deport us all. And then he said, see, that's why I said Donald's going to be next. I thought he was saying Donald, like Donald's next, because like he's going to deport Donald or something. But who knows?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's what he said. He could have said Darrell, but I thought he said Donald.
Well,
But I have my ears suck sometimes, so maybe I didn't hear it right.
My dogs are barking. Well, I didn't know it was I guess Dara said that she had posted on that post on the Facebook, but I had seen that post on there about the asking the question about the protection order. I saw that. I was snooping around.
I just think it's... Look, I mean, have you ever seen a case that had more signs? I know that's not always something, but like if you were just using common sense, this one's really got everything, really. A girlfriend...
This one has all...
everything. A girlfriend. Getting divorced.
Yeah.
A restraining order. They've been fighting. Blah, 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 blah. They've had fights.
I try to always look at it from the other angles first before I go, yeah, it's the boyfriend or the husband or the girlfriend or whatever, significant other. But this one, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe it's not the husband. And then everything just kept backing up. I really think it probably is. Yeah.
That sound you keep hearing is that's the fourth time that the unknown caller's called in while you've been on here.
I don't hear anything. I just hear you.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, yeah, that's right. You can't hear that kind of stuff. There was something.
And I have my
I was trying to
volume
read
muted on my video, so.
Yeah. There different messages were sent to me today that I'm trying to find. Let me see what this one said. I can't be on there. Painful. Glad to be. There was just something about some kind of a physical confrontation, something like that. I don't know where that is though.
Someone just put an address on the screen.
Yeah. For what?
On the chat.
You mean a link or an ad? What do you mean?
Or no, an address like Sammy. Whose address is that?
I think they're trying to get the address of the phone number that came in.
Ah.
I don't know if I want to, I'm not
it's
really.
the husband's address.
Huh?
It's William Coker's address.
Oh. Well, he lived with her though. They were still in the same house. See, I heard that he wanted her to move out and she wanted him to move out.
Oh.
Now, it might be the same. It might be the same address I've already got. I mean, we could try that.
Well, it could be.
Let's see. That wasn't it. Just a second.
That would be so.
Where the hell was that? Oh yeah. No. It's way out here. I don't know what address that is. That's not the address. When I looked it up, they both lived at the same address, and that's what the relative said. So I don't know what that is right there.
That's what Jen Vaughn is saying as well, the lady that called in.
Yeah, that's not accurate. Yeah. Because I was just talking to the relatives, and he lived there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe he has some other place that he bought on the side.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Well, I've looked it up too, and the address location has both of them listed as living there. And apparently he wanted her to move out, and I mean, they've been together. I don't know. I don't really, where he lived probably isn't a big portion of the case. It seems more like it's, where the body was just found and all these different, the parking location, the, Clancy's Tavern, and I guess
it's all very
her mother lived right
to one
there
area.
Too. Her mother lived right around in there too. That's what I was told, that her mother lived right off of that street there, very close to Clancy's Tavern. So some strangeness. And no, she's not at the mother's house hiding. Well, I guess that's possible, right? I doubt it. Just like just like aliens, everything's possible.
All the things.
Yeah.
Well, this is not about this case. I'm going to step away from this case for just a second.
Mm-hmm.
My son goes to high school. We live in a rural area, and he goes to a small high school. And Friday was the second high school student that was shot across the street from his school, and she died Friday.
Wow.
I know.
What are the shooting? What's going on? Like,
3 months ago, an older brother shot his younger brother, defending the mother from the younger brother trying to beat her up. And then they just still don't know what happened on Friday. So,
Jeez.
pretty sad. So they got 2 kids in custody right now that they are saying manslaughter on. So it might have been some kind of accident or something. But yeah, kind of bummer. But it was exactly 3 months apart. Kind of wild.
Like to the day, right? Like the 20.
Yep.
Yeah, the 7th and the 7th or something. Huh.
In the same neighborhood, like 1 street over from each other. Right across the street from the high school. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, I think that kind of freaked me out. I wouldn't even want my kid to go to school.
Yeah, we've had some pretty serious conversations with our son. Oh, absolutely worried for him. Yeah, they had him on lockdown. They were getting ready to have their football game, and they had everybody on lockdown at the school because the band kids they don't have school on Fridays. We only have school 4 days a week. And except my son goes to Votech in a different city, and they do have school on Fridays. So he had to drive back to school, and they locked him down before the football game, and then they canceled the game, of course. But it was crazy.
Jeez. Well, I'm sorry you have to go through that.
Yeah,
you know.
I just can't believe it because it's such a small town. I mean, the town we live in is really small.
Yeah.
And for that to be happening,
it's just the way people are raised today. You know, no more spanking, no more. Everybody's just their own little person who has rights and just should run around and do whatever the hell they want. And you know, that's just kind of how it is. Everybody gets a trophy. So I'm just going to do it. I'm so angry and I'm going to shoot. And yeah, it sucks now. Everything, the world.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Our society blows. 50% of it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's pretty wild. I don't know. I want to know what happened, and my son's curious. Of course, he knows the kids because everybody knows everybody out there, and he wants to know what happened. And I said, well, I bet you in a few weeks we'll be able to find out what happened. We won't maybe not know everybody's name exactly, except maybe by rumor, but because they're probably all minors. But we do know who passed away, but we'll be able to get a police report of some sort about it in a couple weeks. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up because it was sort of wild that happened like that. Yeah. And it's just kind of a state of the world. I don't know. It's frustrating, you know?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
So, but I kind of, too, it makes me wonder, too, because, this is the first year they've done the 4-day-a-week school, and they did it to save money. We have a really bad problem going on with our education and our funding with our schools here in Oklahoma. So they did it to save money in the district, close on Fridays, but that leaves a whole day where there's a whole lot of kids that are unsupervised, totally unsupervised.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, do you want to see something? Somebody just popped up on my screen. Look at this stupid thing.
Absolutely.
Look at this one. Look at this guy he's got a shooting range. He's got a gun. Look at it. So he's like, yeah, hey, look at me. I'm going to take a selfie here. Oh, this is so cool. Look at this. Here's a selfie. Look at it. And then he's so dumb. He puts it near the other guy's head for a second. And then look at the instructor guy came running in and goes, what the hell are you doing, you moron? So he takes the bullets out and he goes, okay, you two idiots, get the hell out of here. I mean, God, you see that? That guy almost killed the other guy. He had the gun right next to his head.
Jeez, Louise.
Yeah.
My internet is lagging.
Yeah. I've got somebody calling from, what's 910? Is that from the area? Somebody's calling in from 910.
Let me look it up.
Should I take that one?
Okay.
And you can.
Let me look at it real quick right here. I got my little who's who phone number. Anywho, 910.
Forget it. Okay, it's coming back in. Let me just get it. All right.
Okay. All right.
Well, thanks for
Talk to you
calling in.
later.
I hope your situation
No
gets
problem.
better with the shooting.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Thank you.
All right. A second.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hello.
Hey, Greg. It's actually Bridget.
Oh, Bridget.
Yeah, everyone was asking 910, and I'm telling you in the chat, it's me. And Daro got it. She said it's North Carolina, and Rachel said, yes, it's me. So, yeah, Oscar asked a good question, and I wanted to ask it to you because no one was really responding. Chat is going really quickly. Did Cheryl's husband, what kind of job did he have, and would he have access to plastic?
I mean, but everybody has access to plastic, you know, like go to the store and get plastic. But you know, I don't know what he did for. I did have. Let's see, I do have a photo of. Yeah, I had a picture of her, the girlfriend, somewhere, but I'm not sharing it because I don't want to put it out there. But I think I had the name of where he worked. I just can't remember where it was. But I don't know if that's really that. You know, it's like people can just get plastic if they want to, you know.
Okay, so in the news, they haven't really said exactly what type of plastic, because of course, like you said, plastic is everywhere. I mean, you can get it anywhere.
Yeah, they said wrapped in plastic and other things. So it wasn't just wrapped in plastic. So maybe like towels and plastic and so forth.
Right. And yeah, I mean, to me, my mind's still probably in hurricane cleanup, but I think plastic, I'm like, garbage bags? I mean,
yeah,
you know, they didn't want to, you know, because you know how they play things close, keep things close to the vest. Police could just use a generalized term as plastic. Well, isn't garbage bags made out of plastic?
Yeah. Well, everything's made. I mean, there's so many things like. You know,
yeah.
Garbage bags, you know, but it was other things too. I suppose he works at somebody just typed in the chat that sounded familiar, like the right spot.
Mark.
So you can look it up and they do shower.
Yeah, I will.
So what do they make? But anyways, you can
if anyone
put it in there, I guess. I mean, sure, he could have used something from work, or you know, or just went to the store.
Right, but I was also. You mentioned that her mom also lived around the area, and I just thought it just immediately struck me how everything's in kind of close proximity, and just a long shot that I throw it out there. This is exactly what hit my mind was, oh my God, I think of OJ and Nicole, how even though they separated and everything, they still lived around the same area.
Yeah, but they lived in the same home, I think, because He just, the thing is, I think they live in the same home. That's what it says in the, the family member said that. He wanted her to move out. She wanted him to move out. And they just sort of, he was seeing somebody else. He got sick of it, filed for divorce, and then.
Yeah, because I think you were mentioning that the other night, you were talking about, which is true. It's whoever gets to stay in the home kind of gets the home, so to speak.
Yeah.
In like the divorce sentiments and stuff. So, yeah, you kind of got a point there. You know, she didn't want to leave and he wanted her to leave, so they were probably fighting over, you know, the house.
Yeah, but it's weird. And here's what I think is sort of, they all know that he was dating somebody, and that's why they're getting divorced. Yet his Facebook page is covered with pictures of her, the wife, and all these wonderful times. And it's just, it seems so disingenuous, like you're trying to sell a story or something. Like, what do you mean you didn't even care? You were like cheating on her with somebody else. You obviously, you know, like I mean, you might care. You can still care about somebody and cheat on them, but it's just like, you know, I don't know.
The only thing I can think of is because, like we talked, or you talked about before, is that she kind of separated herself, and that he was, you know, having a girlfriend and a relationship. Maybe that wasn't what the girlfriend really wanted. Yeah. The girlfriend probably just wanted, you know, a boyfriend and nothing serious. So he didn't want to really let go of his wife because he had a, quote, family. And he wanted to keep a familyness, and she was done with him. and the girl he's currently seeing didn't want a family. I mean, that's just a theory. Not saying it's true or fact. That's my just thinking on the fly here. You know, why, like you said, why would he have all those pictures yet want a divorce? And, you know, wouldn't you kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better term, things seem to get nasty in cases like that. Wouldn't he want to flaunt the new girl?
Well, I think he was trying to, like, control her, like the wife, because she was the one that filed for divorce. You know? So once she said, I'm done, he was like, no, he just kind of liked the way it was. He liked to be able to cheat, not pay child support, and not do anything.
Yeah.
But now there's this whole thing that's going to happen. Now he has to split up his assets, and he's going to have to pay money, and all that kind of stuff. And that's where it all broke down right there. That's when it broke down.
Boy, doesn't that sound like Scott Peterson, who killed Lacey?
All
he wanted was everything to himself, you know. He didn't want the responsibility. He still, you know, wanted to have the good life with just fine doing what he wanted to do and didn't have the responsibility of taking a child. And, you know, like you said, if you got a divorce, you have to split assets.
Yeah. I think it's really, this whole scenario is actually really common. It's like it's common. It's just, it's interesting to sort of see it play out real time, not after the fact. Like you're sitting here looking at it and just going, I mean, you know, here's the cool thing about it is if you use reason and logic and speculate on reasonably early on, you can be close, because here's how this whole thing worked is we saw, I think I was just looking at, I saw the surveillance footage, and then I saw that she dropped her kid off at school. That's it at the time. That's all I had. It was 7:30 in the morning, the surveillance footage, and then I had the what was the other part? The guy, or the guy that was walking out near that shopping mall.
That's
all. Yeah, no, all it was the surveillance and the 7:30. Oh yeah, and then I looked at both their Facebook profiles, and then just doing that, my original theory is that I think that she was leaving him, and that he did something to her, and that was it, because I didn't have any other information. You know, but that was sort of the general theory, because you look at it, you see that she dropped her kid off at work. That means she's not in suicidal mode. She's just dropping her kid off at school. At school, and then all of a sudden her car shows up and she disappears from the face of the earth, right? And then you look at their Facebook profiles, you see that hers is one that has no pictures of her husband, and his has pictures of her. So I was actually thinking of what he was maybe feeling like. There's also a comment that she made on hers. It was like a statement on her Facebook page. Actually, let me open it up. I'll read it.
Yeah, because I don't remember what she said or stated at all. So it would be great for you to refresh my memory on that.
Yeah. So at the top, I was reading this. It says, "I am good, honest person." Doesn't say a. You know, she left that. But it says, "I am good, honest person. I love my girls with all my heart." Now, who are you saying that to? Who said that you weren't? Oh, that's
right. You did mention that. Yeah.
So who are you saying? Who's told you that you weren't honest? Okay.
Right.
So, yeah. And then it says, "I love my girls, not him." You see.
Right. And you know there was some contention in the marriage, so I'm sure, like you said, he probably threw that at her, and she, you know, of course, heard it, internalized it, thought about it, and then said, no, as a matter of fact, I am a good person, and decided to put that on the Facebook. Kind of like Facebook's kind of like a diary, so to speak, for some people. They just write their thoughts down. So, yeah, I would have to agree with that. That's probably the husband said something to her, because that just came out of the blue.
Yeah, well, it's like in her intro at the top. It's like literally the intro to her page. It's not a comment. It's not a... It's like if you were going to say, "Hey, I'm Gray Hughes. I make crime videos," blah, blah, blah. You know, something you put. That's what she put was, "I'm a good person. I love my girls with all my heart. So he didn't say anything about her. I mean, him. Like, she didn't say anything about the husband. So he probably thought, at the time, I thought that was a thing that maybe made him angry. But now it's just, I think that he made her feel shitty because he was dating somebody, and then he probably even told her something like, "Well, I'm seeing her because you're this, you're that, and just total mental abuse kind of stuff.
You don't do this and you don't do that, but she does this for me. Yeah.
Right.
I can definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you clearing up some things for me, and especially like the plastics thing. I'm like, I couldn't remember where he worked. I knew he did, but I couldn't remember where he worked.
I don't know what they make at that place. I just don't think about it. I mean, to be honest with you, does it really matter where he got the plastic from, though? You know what I mean? See,
no. And I mean, that's the other thing, too. I mean, when I sit here and think about it, like, who else would have had, I know lots of people get, murdered and kidnapped by strangers, but generally, it's by people that you do know or had some of a encounter with. We'll put that way. So my thing is, like, who else would have had access to her? Like, because she just dropped off her kids and came, that's what I'm saying, a short amount of time. Who would have been there? It has to be the husband.
Well, the thing is, he was there at 10:39. That's what the neighbor said, that she looked at her, she left the house to go to work or something, saw her Google Maps or something later that shows when she left the house. I guess she tracks herself. And it says she left at 10:39, and then her car shows up at 10:48 in that parking lot. So his car was there, and then 9 minutes later, her car is over there. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, what did she... Oh, he was so mean to me, and then I drove over to the parking lot and walked off into the wild blue yonder. But why there? Like, if you're going to... Look at... He's trying to make it seem like she killed herself. There was something else from yesterday. I can't remember. Let's see if I can remember. It was... Oh, yeah. This is something I don't think I've told you guys. This is what one of the people that's related to the family told me, was that... Okay, let's see. What was it? His girlfriend, said she got a text from Cheryl saying, if something happens to me, will you still love William? Okay? And then, but see, William showed it to Cheryl's mom and said, see, look, I think she's trying to kill herself. Look at that. But here's the thing. He had her phone. He sent the text message to his girlfriend, too. Like, he sent it to his girlfriend. See, that's the crazy part. He sent it to his girlfriend.
Yeah. And my thing is going, who wraps herself up in plastic?
Now,
we don't know.
This is just something that was told to me, what I just mentioned. So I'm not able to prove that what was just said, but that person said that the mother said that she got a text message. I was shown a text message by William that apparently was sent to the girlfriend's phone, and that said, if something happens to me, will you still love... I mean, it's just a joke. I mean, to me it seems so obvious that he sent the text message. He took her phone, sent a text message. I'd like to know what time that text message was sent. I have a feeling...
That would be interesting.
It's going to be on Tuesday at some point. So send it to her. I bet you it would have to be before 10:48, actually, because... But, I guess it doesn't have to be. Well, no, it would have to be because the phone was left in the car. So the phone was in the car. That means the phone was used to send that text message prior to, whoever left the car left. So it would have to have been done while it was sitting in the car, or it was done at the house, but it was sent to the girlfriend of the husband. And to me, it just seems so obvious that is just one of those alibi type text type of things. Yeah.
And then someone mentioned in the chat too, why lock the car?
Yeah, just to make it so. I said that too, but because you don't want people just to quickly be able to get into it. It takes
Yeah.
longer. You have to get there and get a warrant and then go into it, that kind of thing.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, I can play devil's advocate here and just say something like, well, it could be habit as well. I mean, I know many a times I get in a car, and me and my husband have different cars, and, it's a habit to get in, and I reach for, say, his is stick and mine's manual, but it's up on the top, and and I reach down, and I'm, oh, crap, I'm in the wrong car, And then you're like, oh,
Right.
yeah, it's stick shift, One of those type things. And
yeah. Well, he could have, and also, and he would have a key too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he has a key to her car. So if he drove the car over there, now I don't remember if they said her keys were in the car. That would be a little bit weird because newer cars don't really let you. I don't think you can lock it and then shut the door. Doesn't seem like anymore. Maybe you can. I don't know. But usually you have.
You mean with the key inside the car?
Well, no, I just mean I don't know. A lot of these newer cars, you can't lock the door, then shut the door, and then you can't get into your car. It's like you have to be outside and click the lock button, or to put a key in and turn it, or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of times you hear there's like an
say.
alarm that goes off too.
Yeah, there is. There's on ours or whatever, you'll hear like a beep kind of a thing. It's like the horn toots for one, like one beep, like beep, that kind of a thing.
Right.
Kind of like, wakes you up, kind of, oh, okay.
Yeah, my dog looks like.
Well, I won't keep you. Okay. I will let someone else actually call in. I just needed a couple clarifications, which you answered, and it was great to actually theorize with you.
Yeah, it was fun. I appreciate you calling in.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks so much,
Bridget.
Greg. You guys have a great night.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Cool. Who's calling in next? Oh, boy.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
That was to the caller that just called in. Thanks, Bridget. Well, anybody calling in from Ohio?
Living my best life.
I don't have any updates on the Chris and Westra. Let's see.
Nobody's scared of dogs.
Idiots. That person said they're not scared of Darrow. What a loser.
Kimmy still home.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I have another story to talk about.
It jumps a full minute. The camera was set up to motion record, not...
Man, they could have used that reporter during the... Oh!
Stonehenge, where the demons dwell, where the
banshees live and they do live well.
Stonehenge, where a man's a man and the children dance to the pipes of time.
Thanks, Jana fan.
I love your sense of humor and Patience Gray.
Thanks. You guys ever watch? You guys gotta. If you haven't seen the movie called "This Is Spinal Tap," it's a mockumentary. You gotta go rent that one immediately. It's awesome. It's like it's just the greatest little, mockumentary. Like, did you guys ever watch that show Reno 9? I think it was called Reno 911. That was awesome. One of the episodes I liked the best was when they pulled into a drive-thru, and the lady that was at the drive-thru was being robbed, and the two officers drove to the window, and they were handed a note by the drive-thru attendant that was being robbed and said, "There's 2 armed men in here." And they both looked at each other and said, "Yes, people have 2 arms, so what?" And then they drove off. Okay? Yeah, it's a little bit cheesy, but, I got to tell you, when you see it done, and because it's like, they do it like deadpan, it's crazy. It was something like that, though. I don't know if it was... I think it had a little bit better of a better punchline than that. Well, yes, of course they have 2 arms, I think they said. Yeah, that's the one, Asphalt. Yeah, it's corny, but it's not the way they do it. It's dry humor, deadpan, so it's not really that corny. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's called Reno 911. But make sure you watch This Is Spinal Tap. Yeah. All right, there's one other case from today I wanted to discuss. Now, do you guys remember the Justin Ross Harris case where the girl died in the hot car? Well, check this one out. This one's weird because, all the neighbors, everything's great. It's just another tragic incident, but the girl was 11. So this one's weird because an 11-year-old should know how to figure out how to get out of a car. I don't know if there's many cars that you can't get out of if you're 11 and you're not strapped to a seat. The hot car deaths usually are because, not only because they're 2 or 3 years old, but because they are strapped to the car seat and can't get out anyways.
I'm Christine Johnson. Little girl loses her life after being left in a hot car. Good evening to you. I'm Christine Johnson.
I'm Maurice Dubois. The 11-year-old girl was found by her mother this afternoon. CBS 2's Valerie Castro live tonight in Suffolk County with more. Valerie.
Oh, sorry. Let me get back to that. Huh. Are we still on the air here? Are we still... Oh, crap. I think we're toast. Hopefully you guys can still see this. Let me see if this works. It says I'm still streaming. I just lost Chrome, though, so I can't see any of your comments. Hey, I think I'm getting close to getting a new computer here. Yeah. Anyways, everything's falling to crap again tonight, so I think I'm at the end of the show here. But hey, listen, I appreciate everybody calling in. Thanks for everybody that super chatted. I can't see it. And my screen just turned black, and I have no idea what's going on right now. Thanks. Somebody just subscribed. Anyways, until next time, everybody, be safe out there.